It's about putting in the work and being a professional. Has zero to do with the moves, and to this, and to that, and your gear. I mean, gear's important and all, but it's all about putting in the work, being reliable, stuff like that. I'm sure Bob and these guys can all preach on it.
Absolutely, and I think you have to, I've really been kind of kicking this hard. I'm a Facebook guy. That's how I kind of made my bones and where my brand blew up. This is all a fucking game to be played. It's a puzzle to be solved. It's a history lesson to be learned. That's all it is. It's a math equation. You know, I want to wrestle in Washington State. How do I get there? I have no money. We'll fucking figure it out. You know, it doesn't cost $650,000 to fly to Washington State. You can probably pick up, you can fucking Uber on the weekend, save your money up and go. And you know what? No one really has to know about that, how you got there. Take a picture of you flying to wrestling, and you're a guy who flies to wrestling.
Right.
You know, some people disagree with that. I don't. I think what you put out there is you're a motherfucker that flies to wrestling now. So, how much is it going to cost to fly you in? Like, that's, you know, even if they just pay for your flight. Like, a lot of times I'll come in and I'll get paid a rate and I'll figure out the flight. Don't worry about the flight. You know? Oh, really? Yeah. I said, or the promoter will go, well, I have this much for transportation. I just saved you 25% because I just kind of did my Bob thing and pulled some strings and rang a bell and jumped up and down and I made it work. Like, shit, man. Like, I'm on an app called Roadie, which is legal for things. Move this fucking couch to North Carolina for $300 and it pays all our trans. Like, now trans isn't even a thing anymore. Like, you pull money away from the promoter that doesn't cost him or her a headache, and there's a lot of good women promoters out there, and all of a sudden you become a valuable motherfucker. Plus, if I go, hey, I'm like looking out for you too, like I'm spending your money like I spend mine, probably better, because I'm not as responsible as you are, and like all of a sudden I saved you $50, and just because, and it's already taken care of. By the way, I already bought the ticket, betting on myself that you would take this deal, because it's Southwest and I could always move it around. And then I use the Southwest gift card to save myself another 15%. Like, it's, by the way, I just saved you all that. Like, I walked in saying I saved you $40 each. You know, like, how could they turn you down now? Like, you have to figure out this game. You have to be smarter than just, I'm a wrestler who goes to the wrestling show and makes $20. Like, that's, so what? Good, you're on the bus with everybody else. Like, how do you become a person that drives the bus? Then how do you become a person that owns the bus company? Like, stop just being an average Joe. Everybody's a good worker. He's a good worker. He's a good worker. She's a good hand. Who gives a shit? There's a million good comedians that make no money because of them, not anybody else. I bet there's, and I'm not insulting you in any way because I already get your rap. You're fucking awesome. But I bet there's people that are better than him, that make less money than him because they're too busy worried about fucking him or somebody else or the other guy. Like, just figure out the game and play it and just stay in the game. That's, you know, Ricky said it about Black G. Black G is a super talented guy. But if you leave, they forget about you. You know? And hang out and play the game and we laugh at it. Oh shit, I didn't get a booking. I'll go find one of the other 700 places in the United States that run the show and I'll just work there. Like, big fucking deal. You're a good dude. I'll get you to work in Kansas because you live in Kansas. I don't want nothing from you. Just fucking take care of my Kansas people.
Like, you can't be in charge of like other people, bookers. You just be in charge of yourself, right? So like, yeah, I'm going through it right now where I had to tell my agent, who was like Tiffany Haddish's agent and all these big agents, and he's like, hey, you're posting a lot about professional wrestling. What the fuck is up? And I had to tell him that I don't want to tour this year. Which is a lot of my income. And what I'm doing, and I have buddies, like my friend Matt Seidel was like, I could go on comedy alone, and I could go to be like a manager or whatever, like I'm 36 and 5'7". I want to wrestle. That's insane. But what I'm doing, instead of taking the easy path, and instead of being like, you know, using what I have or like whatever, I told my agent that I don't want to tour this year. And I'm going to Santino's 4 hours a day, and then I fucking and then the second Kendrick, Brian found out who I was. He was like, "Do you want to do commentary on Wednesday?" Never done it before. Don't think it pays. Said yes immediately. Didn't even check my fucking calendar.
Plus he hit me up and I gave him awesome advice that led to all this.
But led to all of this. But it's true. And then when I'm not training, I'm gonna lift weights for the first fucking time. I don't need to be big and strong in jiu-jitsu. I'm just a small guy who fucks people up. I can coast on that. But I'm like, so I got fucking my buddy Ryan Nemeth, and like, there's money. I'm losing money by not touring, and now I'm like, I don't know where I'm gonna get this money, but I gotta fucking learn how to lift weights. So I found a wrestling guy who like knows how to like lift weights, and I'm gonna pay him money, and that's what I'm gonna do on my fucking off day when I'm not wrestling, right? And so even now, when I could coast, I don't want to. I'm gonna be broke like I was when I was at that fucking festival in Amsterdam, and I'm trusting that if I put in the hard work, because again, I love it, that it'll pay off, and if it doesn't, who gives a shit? I get to do this thing I love, and if that is my motivation, then like, I literally can't lose. I get to walk out of it, if I never wrestle a match, I still get to know that I did the thing that I always wanted to do since I was a kid, and I took a fucking risk, and then, you know, I'm gonna find out next week if I got this pretty like lucrative book deal, and
That's
all
a
of my
great
all my emails to myself, like I write reminders to myself, like try to like motivate whatever. So my email box, I can't dick around. It says get book deals so you can wrestle. The second I get a book deal, and Macmillan is one of the biggest publishers in the world, all of that money is going so I can train even more, it's going so I can eat healthier, and just train. Yeah, I mean, it's literally just like, so it's work harder than everybody, be nice, and kill that you go outside of the ring. That's it.
I mean, a lot of what these guys say, you know, I 100% agree with. I guess over the years, being coachable is number one, I feel, you know. When I was training in the New Japan dojo, you know, we were kind of trained a certain way, and then New Japan thought, oh, they should go to CMLL. So now you're going from one extreme to the other, right? So like, Inoki was pounding into us, don't sell the crowd, don't worry about the people, and then in CMLL, it's basically the exact opposite, not only in characters, but in work-wise, you know? So when you do that, it's, you know, you gotta learn to adapt, you know, and know your audience, things like that. Be aware of your surroundings is a key thing, I think, for myself, because I went in there with an open mind of like, I don't know this style, I'm familiar with it, I just don't know it. So this is right, this is wrong, you know. Being able to do that, especially nowadays, I tell people all the time that I do seminars with and train with and work out, they come to the gyms to work out, the schools that I come to and stuff. I say, look, now more than ever, pro wrestling could be wrestle luchador on Tuesday, the Japanese style wrestler on Thursday, you know, and you got the old school, you know, rock and roll express, grab a hold, brother, you know, so you need to know to wrestle all different styles. You know, when I first moved to the East Coast, I went up to Jersey City to go wrestle with Ace Pro Wrestling. That was where Jay Lethal started. And I remember I was showing these guys like a Mexican whip. And this one girl said, well, I'm an American girl and I don't know how to do that Mexican stuff. And I said, well, maybe a big name lucha lady comes in and you know, you want to work with her, it's a main event spot. Maybe you should just learn it just to know it. No, don't need to. Really? Because Pentagon is the hottest wrestler on the planet right now. And if he tells you, hey, let's do a Mexican whip, what are you going to say? Multiple
I don't need to do that.
Grab a hold of it, you know.
White power.
It's just not that style of wrestling out there. Where the U.S. is the U.S. American style. Japan stays in Japan. You know what I mean? Like, look at WWE, what they're doing, right? Everything trickles down from them. You know, if they tried so hard to sign Kota Ibushi, you know, for that Cruiserweight Classic, and he still said, no, I'm good. I'm just gonna go back to Japan, right? So, like, and I know this because TJP is my best friend, and he was like, I didn't have a contract until the next day after I won the belt, which didn't even know that there was gonna be a belt. You know, until Triple H came out. Like, we're all standing there holding our dicks, like, what's he doing? Holy shit. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't even know that was a thing yet. You know, and he was like, I wasn't under contract, and they told me just what I needed to know. See you next week. That was it. You know, and so cause I called him and asked him, like, well, how much of this stuff did you know? And he was like, we didn't know shit. If WWE don't want you to know nothing, you don't know nothing. Like, it's as simple as that. You know, so he was like, I knew something was up when I got there, and William Regal said, who can you have two of the best matches with? And he was like, Ibushi and Mendeley. And they were like, okay. The day prior, they sat down with Ibushi and offered him another deal for more money. He was like, it's not about the money, I just don't want to wrestle here. I want to wrestle in Japan. You know? But here's TJ, who trained in the New Japan dojo with me, who trained in Mexico City with me, you know, and he went out there and wrestled two wrestlers that only know how to wrestle their style, okay, and then won that tournament, being able to wrestle both styles of matches. Now watch that tournament, both those matches are completely different. And not one time do you look at TJ and go, he doesn't belong there.
Right.
You understand? That's fucking awesome. For years, TJP has been the best wrestler in the world, period. I'll fight you that till the end, okay? Because I know how hard that little motherfucker worked. When me and Rocky would beat the shit out of him, okay, in front of Inoki, so hoping that Inoki would like us more. TJP started training with me when he was 16 years old. And I used to call him, hey, pick me up at 4, we got a show, click. And he'd show up. And he was coachable, and he loved it. And he didn't ask for money. And nothing, you know? And it took a good year before me and Rocky were like, all right, let's buy him dinner. All right, let's give him $20 for gas. All right, but guess what? He kept showing up, kept showing up, kept showing up. Now look at this motherfucker. He's a shot caller in 205 Live. You may say, oh, it's just 205 Live. Yeah, he's employed by the WWE.
Yeah, he's making good money.
Yeah. You understand? He's been wrestling since he was 16. He was 17 years old when we went and did the Tokyo Dome show. 17 years old. You know what he did at the Dome? He held the ropes for us. You know what he did that night when he came to my room? Cried and said it was an honor to hold the ropes open for me, his trainer. Okay? These are all things that they're not going to put out there for you. But here's a guy who just loved it and just wanted to do it and just wanted to be a part of it. Now look at where he's at. You know what I mean? And what I'm getting at is like, if he wasn't coachable, if he wasn't willing to adapt, and if he wasn't dedicated, then there would have been someone else that would have took that spot. It's as simple as that, right? Because really, just like Austin said, we're a gear on a machine, right? If he wouldn't have won the tournament, maybe Cedric, maybe somebody else, maybe Gargano, they were all employed by them. Here's a guy who wasn't even under contract. He goes, I could have Medusa that belt the next day if I wanted to, you know? And I'm like kind of laughing, but kind of not, you know? And I'm like, yeah, he could have just went home, right? And he was like, yeah, I could have, but I didn't, you know? And what I'm getting at is like, he just wanted it that bad. And when you guys want something this bad, there is no excuse for why you can't do it. You know what I mean? Like you're saying you want to go to Japan. Like, dude, like, then, like, nothing.
I swear to God, I'm about to fucking, I'm gonna kill somebody. I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking hurt somebody.
Can we check his blood?
Yo, Ian Riccaboni. Okay, I swear to God, you, Dalton Castle. Huh?
Alright, yo,
No,
screw it.
I swear. No.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Oh, did it?
I got it broken.
Huh?
Listen, do you want me to lose my shit?
I swear.
Do you want me to lose my shit?
Huh?
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Go get one shit.
Ian. Scorpion.
Are you ready?
Scorpion.
Someone get him a check.
Do you understand?
Get your blood sugar under control and get something.
Huh?
Are you having a meltdown like you did the time when we were wet?
Man, I've been fucking this shit has been like,
Yeah.
this shit has been fucking with me forever. Forever. Come on, Ian. You had that interview with him. Huh?
What does that have to do with anything?
You remember that though? This is real shit. This is real shit.
training people, look at me now. 7 years ago. Right?
You know what a fan I am, yours?
What you fucking don't know, what you don't know, was when, come on, Danny, come on, Danny, you were fucking there, or weren't you? You were fucking there, I was there. Ring of Honor! That's why I'm dead!
Okay.
Afterwards, the future of our show! I know you weren't! But I fucking was!
Your blood sugar okay. Do you need something? This happened last time. Remember you had the meltdown the last time? Nobody, we can't help you if you're gonna be like this.
We gotta get, it's good. Just in case he.
You guys, I've got to just listen to that interview with Ian is actually interviewing Dalton Cash.
And they're chanting your name in the background. Is that the one you're talking about?
Goddamn fucking right!
Okay. And what'd you do to capitalize on that?
Do you realize? Do you know how much I really wanted to fucking like do something?
Well, what'd you do?
And you know what? Dalton Castle was the only one, the fucking only one out of those three. Fox Xavier and that other fucking like, you know, mushroom guy?
Okay, listen.
They didn't acknowledge me because that fucking place, after when everybody came out, they were all fucking chanting Scorpion. I never fucking even wrestled in Delaware. Okay. Do you know why there was three?
Do what?
Do you know why there was a gauntlet match? You know. Because Bobby Fish was supposed to wrestle me. Fuck you, okay? Because I didn't get there in time. They fucking picked names out of a goddamn hat.
And that's another chapter.
You know how much I love you, right? Right? Have I ever been dishonest with you over anything? Right. I've always been straight and honest with you. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, that's the type of shit that's fucking.
Yeah. There's always the missed chances. There's always the missed opportunities. But if you keep on dwelling on that, then this shit happens. Do you know the shit I went through? Do you know what I went through with Larry? Right? And then Larry almost killed people on the way here. So I had to drop Larry's name from everywhere. And then we had to check Larry to rehab. And then Larry gets dementia. And then Larry goes out and tells everybody that I don't own the monster record. He does because he's out of his mind. And I got to cover all that up to protect him. And it's me and his sister taking care of him behind the scenes. And everybody else is saying that I'm stealing money from him when in fact I'm giving him money. I had to deal with that for 4 to 5 years. I dwell on that, none of this would be here. So, and then I have to have a mother-in-law coming from all these, tell me I'm a waste, I'm ruining my life, I'm ruining my kid's life, I'm missing everything. Kids won't fix. I can help you with the future, but I can't if you're gonna look out like this. He was being positive and saying, if you wanna do it, let's go do it. My journey has, you know what did your
You know,
journey?
Luis was in that same goddamn camp.
When did your journey start for us? Yeah, my journey started in 1994. So, in 2001, I flipped out like these. None of this would be happening right now. And none of these people will be having the opportunities. And I don't think this is you, I think it's literally bullshit.
No. You don't understand. This fucking thing is just like everything is like boiling.
It's frustrating. And right now, like, I want to have a beer with you and sit down and talk. That's what I want to do.
Rolling on the stairs, you're never going to find a solution. If you dwell on that, that's going to eat you up.
Can I just ask you a question like that? Giving you like, hey, let's just talk about it. It's not like everyone saying you're going to shot your son. They're going to be fucking good. And then go there, and then all of a sudden everyone's going to see what they see under your shirt. Here, and then all of a sudden, so what's holding back? Right? Nobody was shitting on me, they said, hey. No one said, hey, Scrubby has no shot. I said,
Guys, let's move the ring back, please, and clean this shit up. You got stuff on these chairs, please clean it up. So we can move the chairs. Please, guys, we gotta move this stuff too.